Hello YouTubers, it's the Hisense Guru. I'm here today to show you how to set up your Sero 7 Pro tablet. The first thing that we're going to go ahead and do after you've already taken it out of the box and had it charged is to go ahead and have it turned on. Once you turn it on and it gets past the startup screen, which is the Hisense symbol and a smart icon afterwards, you'll get to this screen right here, and you'll notice the screen is a welcome screen, and the first thing it asks you is your language of preference. Well, we're here in the United States, so I'm going to go ahead and select English for the United States, and I'm going to hit the start over here on the right hand side. Alright, you notice it takes us to the next screen. Then the next screen is going to show us which Wi-Fi that we need to select. Now, Wi-Fi allows us to get on the internet, allows us to do other things such as keep the time on the clock, and it also allows you to surf and browse other apps so that you may be able to optimize it and utilize it to its fullest capabilities. But for right now, what we're going to go ahead and do is sign on to the Wi-Fi. I'm going to go ahead and select my Wi-Fi at home. Now, I can't show you how to do the password, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on pause, and when I jump back on, I'm going to show you the next step. Okay, now that I have the password punched in there, you'll notice that you have a few options here. The keyboard's down here at the bottom, and you notice there's a little arrow here. If you've ever been wondering what that arrow does, if you press it, it actually makes the keyboard disappear. That's just in case you don't want it to clutter up your screen. But what we're going to go ahead and do is connect. You'll notice connect over here on the right hand side. Go ahead and select that. And what it's going to do is allow me to connect up. And if you notice at the top, it's authenticating. Boom, that quick. These tablets are relatively quick. And I noticed that they're relatively light, better than carrying around any type of laptop or any sort, something like that. Okay, now the next step that we're actually doing here is to go ahead and set up a Google account. If you haven't ever had a Gmail account, this would be the best time for you to go ahead and set one up. This will actually get you reconnected with the world. But if you do, you can always use an existing one. This is similar to a cloud network, so if you put apps on here, or if there was anything to happen, you'd be able to bring back the programs because of the cloud sharing that the Google has on this tablet. So the first thing that you're going to go ahead and do is go ahead and sign into it. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in here. So hit yes. I do have one, so I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. And then I'll go back and show you how to do it the other way. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine. What is it? Guru gmail.com. Alright, so I got to slide to the side so I can go ahead and do my password real quick. Alright, I'm done doing my password. So after you're done putting in your password in your Gmail account, you go ahead and hit done. Done, we'll go ahead and move you to the next one. It's going to ask you for some terms and agreements. Go ahead and hit OK. You can actually keep me up to date with news and offers. It's your choice if you want to go ahead and select that, but I'll go ahead and hit OK. It doesn't matter to me. It's going to take a few minutes. Go ahead and let it load for this moment. Now that once you've verified your password and your email address for Gmail, what it's going to do is going to ask you a few questions. You can set up a credit card if you decide to, but you don't have to. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is going to hit not now. Now it's going to ask you about that backup and restore. Now this is what I was talking about. You use your Google account to back up your app settings such as bookmarks, Wi-Fi passwords, and other data. If previously backed up on your account, you can restore this tablet now. Meaning that if you were able to, you got this tablet locked up somehow, forgot the password, and you needed to do a reset, you could reset the tablet and actually be able to retain most of the information. Now pictures and music, you may have to re-download and may lose some of the photos, so I make sure that I always back it up if I was you. But if you don't, you know, at least you know the rules of the game. So I've got both of mine checked for restore my Google account as to this tablet, and then to keep my tablet backed up with my Google account. I'm going to go ahead and go to this arrow down here. That allows me to progress to the next screen. Alright, now this is location apps. Currently at the moment it doesn't bother me, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Some people are paranoid about it being tracked and stuff like that, but you're tracked wherever you go. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. You can change these options at any time, as you can see. Go ahead and hit next. Just a sec. Setup complete. Now my tablet is ready to use. So this is how you would do a setup if you had a Gmail account. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back, and I'm going to show you how to do it if you didn't have a Gmail account. All right. Okay, so we're back at the screen where we were trying to set up a Gmail account. I just showed you how to do it through if you had an existing one. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it if you don't have an existing one. So you notice, like I said, yes or no. Now I'm going to go ahead and repeat this because I don't think I said this first time. But you do need Wi-Fi in order to complete this step. Without the Wi-Fi, you cannot get this set up, nor can you get on any of your Google Play Store to download applications or games or use any of the internet browser. So just wanted to go ahead and put that out there if you had that question in your mind. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and move forward. Go ahead and select no, since you don't have a Gmail account, so you're going to have to need to set one up. This is the screen that you should see next. And what you should also notice, it'll give you two options, get an account or not now. So for right now, let's go ahead and get an account. We're going to sign up for an account. So we need to go ahead and personalize our tablet. So let's go ahead and select the first and last name. I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit done. And what done allows me to do is, once you have everything selected, you hit that done, and done allows you to progress to the next one. Which you see the arrow at the bottom? Boom. There we go. Now we go ahead and choose our username. So what do I want my username to be? I'm going to make something simple. Let's go Pyro King at gmail.com. Something simple like that. Let's see if it's available. I'm not quite sure. Done. The username isn't available, so I'd actually have to pick another one. So if you run into this instant, it's not because you didn't do the right thing. What it is that you have a name that is similar to somebody else that has that out there on the web, or it's already been selected. So I'm going to go ahead and go back, and I'm going to go Pyro King, and let's just pick a number 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go ahead and try again. Wow, that's not even available. Okay, let's try one last thing, because I'll never use this again anyway. So let's go ahead and hit try again. Aha, I did select it. Now you could go ahead and pick any random or something that you use. Password, I'm just going to go ahead and use a random one. Okay, this is just some random stuff. You put your own password in there, something that you normally use or something that you can remember, something easy. Done. Done. Okay. Oh, too short. Oops. Make sure it has 8 characters minimum, because if you don't do it, then you won't be able to use it. Okay, got it there. Strong. I'm not even paying attention to what it is. I'm just doing it. Choose a security question. This is just adding a little extra added security, so that if your tablet was ever to go missing, you wouldn't have anybody entering into your Gmail or your email address. If this is your first email address you've ever set up, this would actually add an extra layer of security. So let's just say security question, first phone number, and then I'm just going to type some random stuff. 555 555 5555. Just in case you ever want to know what my phone number is. In your recovery email address, you can put one up there, but if you don't have one, go ahead and do it. It's going to ask you some questions. If you're not familiar with any of this, you can go ahead and hit not now. Now you're done. Now it's going to ask you to finish the account. You could turn on web history, which means that it's going to memorize wherever you go to, so that you can always recall it and be able to go back to it through your history on your Chrome browser. And then the other one is to keep me up to date on news and offers on Google Play, meaning that if there's any new offers out there or any deals on like Candy Crush, name drop, or any of those type of games, you'll be able to get that information. Now go ahead and hit the arrow down here on the right hand side to move on to the next screen. Now it's saving account, authenticating to make sure I'm human. I gotta go ahead and put the passcode, whatever passcode this is, and it's let's see, here we go, done. Now it's saving account. Your tablet is contacting Google to save your information. It's using the Wi-Fi. That's why I say the Wi-Fi is most important. Without it, you could skip over it, but like I said, you're not using your tablet to its full potential. Boom, there we are. We're at our entertainment screen, almost the same one that we were at when we created it with a password. You're going to go ahead and hit not now for the credit card. If that's something that you are willing to do, you may. But for me, it's not. So I'm going to hit not now. Then I'm going to go ahead and back up. It tells me what it's going to do with the backup once again. I'm going to hit the arrow to progress forward again. All right, did the locations. I accidentally skipped over that, but that's okay. Setup is complete. Now, at the bottom, you'll notice on the gray bar, you can't really see it on the screen, but it does say finish. Go ahead and select finish, and what that does is progress you onto using the next options. You're not quite done yet. The only thing now we're starting to do is go ahead and set your time so the tablet would know where you're at. So if you're in California, yes, you'd be Pacific time. If you're on the East Coast, you would be Eastern time. If you're in the Midwest, obviously you'd be Central time, Mountain time. So you'd select the one that is for your area, and then you'd go ahead and select next. Okay, get instant access to the movies of your tablet. These are just advertisements that come with the Hisense tablet. It's not something that you have to do. I always do no thanks, which is over here on the right hand side. Go ahead, no thanks. And voila! Make yourself at home. You put your favorite apps here. Now, what this is for is just to teach you how to use your tablet, how to use it correctly, how to use it properly, so that you won't get lost. You may get lost a little bit, but we do have the manual on our site, so you'll be able to access that if you'd like. But this will actually show you how to guide you through the rest of operating, like where to home, where your apps are. But that will show up on my next video. So YouTubers, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out here. This is just a tutorial on how to get your tablet from point A to point B, from startup to getting it to operation. So if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to leave them. I'll be more than happy to reply to them. I'm always interested in learning new things and sharing knowledge. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, YouTubers.